This video will teach you how to create your first basic work order. By the end of this short video, you'll be able to create and close off a work order with a few quick clicks of a mouse. You'll be able to assign labor tasks to users, add files, add miscellaneous costs, and consume parts from your inventory. To create a basic work order, I'll begin by selecting Maintenance from the main menu. We can see that the Work Orders submenu is selected by default. This is where all of the work orders can be found regardless of who they're assigned to. Let's say a CNC lathe has stopped working. To track its repair, I'm going to create a new work order. I'll select the New button from the top bar. The first step is always to select the asset from the drop-down menu. You can create a work order without an asset assigned if needed. In this case, the asset is in the system, so I'll search for CNC lathe and select it. Because the system is hard down, and I want this repaired quickly, I'll select the maintenance type of breakdown, set its priority to high, and I'll set the suggested completion date for today. If the work order is not completed by the suggested completion, the CMMS will log the work order as overdue. To fill in the work order quickly, I can give a brief summary of the issue, the work order instructions, assign this to Bob, our senior technician, and give an estimation of the time required to complete the work order. Estimated hours is a very important number. This number feeds into your work order backlog metric. Alternatively, I can build a more detailed list of instructions by adding labor tasks and assigning these to specific users. I'll select the Labor Tasks tab, hit New, and fill in the form. I'll need to add a description, add my associated files, assign a user, and add the time that I predict it will take to complete the task. I can add as many tasks as needed in the same way. When I use labor tasks, it overrides my ability to add work instructions in the General tab. The General tab pulls the information from the labor tasks and displays it under the Work Instructions tab. The Notification tab indicates who receives notifications for the work order. Because Bob is assigned to the work order, he automatically shows up here. I'm also going to add Daryl, our production manager, as he wants to know when the CNC is back in operation. So I'll select Notify on completion. I'll save my changes and add a file to my work order because the technicians may need to reference the CNC assembly guide for this machine. I'll select Files and File and hit New to search for files on my computer. Now that the work order is built, I'll save my work. The work order is now open, and users under the Notifications tab have been notified by email. Now I'll sign out and log in as a technician to close off the work order. Here's the work order located in Bob's assigned work orders. Bob can select the work order and review the work order instructions. As Bob completes the work order, he can sign off on his work by selecting the tasks and filling out the work order task forms. Now let's say that Bob removed a 1/2-inch lead screw from the inventory to complete the work order. Bob can log the inventory change by selecting the Parts tab, clicking New, selects the part from the parts list, and adds the quantity used. By entering a part in the work order, the part is deducted from the total quantity of the parts stock list. Bob had to order this replacement part on rush order, which required emergency shipping. He can add the additional shipping cost to the Miscellaneous Cost tab, so it's charged to the work order. He selects New, the cost type, and fills out the form. At this facility, the production hours need to be logged for the CNC machine every time maintenance is performed on it. To add the CNC production hours, Bob can select the Meter Readings tab and enter the production hours here. Meter readings can also trigger preventive maintenance, and this is covered in detail in the scheduled maintenance video tutorial. Finally, Bob can log his repair notes and observations to the Completion Notes tab. Now that all of the necessary fields are filled out, Bob can close off the work order. Bob selects the work order status drop-down menu, selects Close Complete, and saves his work. And that's it. Easy.